Alright, off to a shaky start this morning. It's stream day, by the way. So in preparing for the stream, which by the way, I'm a bit out of practice because I haven't streamed in about a month. So out of practice that I accidentally uninstalled XSplit, which I used to stream. It was asking for an update. I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, oh, this is taking too long. Cancelled halfway through the update. Turns out it uninstalls the program to install the update. So I had to go download the new version of it. Anyways, that's irrelevant. Point is, I'm starting the stream right now, 10 minutes late, and but that's, you know what, I've started later, so it's not the worst considering I uninstalled the streaming program. Alright, I'm going live, and there's music. There we go. Okay, so, the stream is live. What I like to do at this point, because this is my only chance to do so, is I let people arrive. I give it a good 10 minutes of me off camera. It's just playing this on loop with the music. But, you know, I've had my morning coffee and I'm about to jump into a stream and perform and enjoy people's company and interact and create art for about 4 or 5 hours straight, which means it's time for my morning poo. This is the real behind the scenes right here. In case you're ever wondering what my view looks like before the stream starts, it's usually like this. From the toilet. And we're live from, it's Saturday night. Good, hi, sorry, I didn't know how to open up the, hi everyone, thanks for waiting. I appreciate everyone who's shown up. How many? We've got about 660 people here already. That's fantastic. It's been a while. It's been a while. But today we're going to jump straight into it and play around with YouTube superheroes. So this should be fun. Alright, it's time to dive into the answer here. The first YouTuber of the day is Casey Neistat, who out of hero and villain is a villain! Oh, it's close though. 53%. I'm pretty happy with that. It's time to move on to the line work, and we'll refine the details as we go. But I feel like we've got stream is done. It was great success, as the very wise Borat once said. That was a lot of fun. It's really nice to. It was really nice to like have a stream that felt like a stream should feel like. And it's been a while since I've done a stream, but also been a while since I've been able to enjoy that. And I really feel like it's come down to the fact that I feel like I've reclaimed my time and my direction. You know what I mean? Like, I've talked about this a lot, so I don't want to yabber on about it, but like doing 2 videos a week and dropping the challenge of the month, among other things like setting up the desk and all that stuff, have put me in a place where I feel like I am at the driver's seat and I am charging forward in a direction I want to go, which is really nice. Plus, I have a little bit more time and space and room to breathe to do the stuff that I always want to catch up with, be it emails or you know, fundraiser perks and stuff, but then also a few other miscellaneous things, such as what I'm going to do for the rest of today. I need to install the new hard drive into my NAS because my backup hard drives are all like super full. In fact, let me just show you this because it's slightly scary. So these are all my hard drives, and you can see just the red everywhere is just like full drives, and they're like 2 to 4 terabyte drives, like on average. So I've gotten myself a 12 terabyte NAS hard drive, and I'm going to set that up and install my, you know, format it and install the backup software and all that stuff, and then just sort of distribute my files and all my backups because I'm a file hoarder. And then the other thing I want to do before I get to that is unbox some stuff. The craziest thing is I ordered both of these things yesterday afternoon. I am not used to such quick shipping, and I live in like, you know, rural Victoria. I don't live like, you know, near the city or anything. So it's sort of blown my mind a little bit that this stuff has arrived so quickly. So this first order is from Express Graphics, which is where I actually get all my art supplies. For anyone wondering, a good place in Australia to get like Copic markers and blending card and all that stuff, these are the guys I order from. I'll put the link in the description because they're really worth looking at, especially, you know, if you're from Australia. This is a bit of a treat for me. First of all, I'm doing a bit of catch up because this is the tray in which I hold my blending card, and I felt like I might have been getting low, and that's right, I have 2 pieces of blending card left. So this was really good timing, and I thought rather than just stock up a little bit and have to restock up later, I got 2 big chunks of blending cards. So this should last me a couple of years, hopefully, maybe. And then I also upgraded my collection. I have the 72A and 72B sets of Copic markers over there, and now I've finally added the 72C. So slowly but surely I'm reaching the point of enlightenment. One day I will have all of them, but I've had the same 2 sets of Copic markers for about 3 years now. Yeah, for over 3 years. So it's nice to finally sort of expand that. I did this because some of my markers are running low on ink. It's not very wise because I should have just gone through and found out all of the markers that are low on ink and gotten replacement ink, but individual ink replacement things are really expensive, so I thought, screw it, I'll just buy a new set. But I also have a bunch of dry markers, so I'm gonna have to solve that problem later anyway. Anyway, that's exciting. Hooray for new art supplies. The other thing I ordered is, of course, another boom arm. As I explained yesterday, I am addicted to boom arms, but this is a different kind of boom arm. This instead is sort of like a monitor boom arm. It's the same one that is on this monitor here that I can move this monitor around on. I don't think that's showing it very well. There you go. So it's the same thing as that. I just got another one of it because I want to set up a second monitor on a boom arm, and I have specific reasons for that, but I'll go through that once I set it up later today and explain what all this is about. Anyways, I'm just gonna take all this crap out of the box, and I'm gonna get started setting up this new hard drive, formatting stuff, and just doing a bunch of tinkering, and then I'll come back and show you how it's all come together. Alright, already that looks much better. This is, which is also this, I think, and this, have been expanded, so there's a lot more space free. Specifically, there's like a total of 17 terabytes, and there's around 7 terabytes left to use. So this is my media drive with all my edits, and I'm migrating 600 gigs of files over there now, so I can clear up my media drive, and then all of these are looking a lot healthier, and my backup drive has got a lot more space too, rather than being at 85% or 90% and getting warnings. So, hooray! Now, as for the other thing I wanted to set up, I'm done, and I'll explain what it's for in just a moment, and it's a little bit random, but I'll just show you the setup first. So this is the nice new screen arm, which is awesome. So I've got 2 of those arms now, and it means that I can move them both sort of in whatever direction I want. I've got a lot of flexibility there. I love these things. They're like super cool. But anyways, the reason I've added this, and you saw yesterday I tried to use my crappy old USB monitor to do this function, and it didn't work, so I thought, screw it. I have spare monitors lying around. I just need an arm for it. I bought the arm, and now I have it. I want to learn about the stock market. It's really random, I know. Okay, so a little context. I have always really wanted to understand how stocks work, and in the long term, eventually, one day, invest in some stuff. Not a lot, but just sort of play that game a bit, you know what I mean? I've thought over the last few months, like I really want to learn about it, but it's only been thought, and I just finally got to this point where, you know what, like it's only going to be a thought unless I do something about it. And when it comes to numbers and stuff like that, my brain sucks. I'm really not good at it. But when it comes to graphs and feeling my way through stuff, I'm pretty good. Like YouTube analytics and running stuff like that. I have a good instinct for that sort of thing. I feel like my dad did as well. But the numbers and the confronting, you know, interfaces and stuff are kind of terrifying. So I figure, you know what, if I just have it visible in the room with me all the time, that's a step. I may not touch anything or buy stocks or do anything like that for a number of years, but I feel like if every day that's visible, like once or twice every month or 2 or whatever, I might think, oh, what happened there? And just learn about it, or say to myself, what is that part of the interface? Or what is this news highlight or whatever? And I hope that in the course of a few years, I'll sort of dip my toes in the water and learn something new, just sort of off on the side by virtue of it being constantly present. This could be a phase, this could be just some random thing that I'm thinking is cool and may never do, or will just fizzle away, but also it could turn into something, and it doesn't have the chance to turn into something unless I allow it to be present. So that's what that's for. That is what that is for. The stock market is now present in my office. God damn, I am so friggin' mature and such an adult. One of the reasons I bit the bullet and I'm just trying it and trying to turn it into a bit of a game in my head is actually due to a success I've felt in the last week in turning my fitness into a bit of a game. So I've felt pretty crap about my eating habits, but I've felt good about some of my exercising habits, though I felt like they could be better. So I've been getting personal training three days a week. But I feel like, I have off days where I could just be doing something more active and my diet is just uncontrolled. Like sometimes I would just binge on crap and sometimes I'd be healthy. So what I've done is gotten a bunch of different apps, and I'm actually using my smartwatch for different things like counting steps and trying to reach 10,000 a day, keeping track of my water, keeping track of my coffee, and then also doing calorie counting with one of my apps, and it scans barcodes and stuff. It's really cool. So it's just like counting calories and just keeping within a reasonable range of eating and not overeating. So the fact that in the last week, gamifying my health and fitness and lifestyle has just transformed it from a burden and something confusing into something really fun, that feels like I could do it for the long term, that's sort of put me in a place where now thinking about this whole stock thing that I've wanted to learn about for so long always felt like this distant thing that felt like it could be a burden or confusing. Now it's just like, do you know what? I wonder if there's a way I can turn it into a game. So I don't know what that is yet, but step one is having it present and just, I guess, acclimatizing to that. If anyone has any recommendations on some great entry courses or some really cool places to start learning about and dabbling in investing and stuff, I'd love to hear about them. Leave comments in the description, because it's something I love the idea of, but feel confronted by those first steps or just transitioning into, because it feels like such an intense culture and area of understanding that you can't just nibble at. You have to be a part of the club, but I'd like to learn about it and dabble in it in the long term. Anyways, I feel like I've bored you all with a lot of this stuff. Before we get to the question of the day and wrapping up, there is a cool piece of news and announcement to share with you guys, and that is the winner of the community prize of the challenge of the month from last month. So I'm going to share that with you now. So these were the community prize finalists. Now, I haven't actually seen who is the winner of the community prize yet, but we're going to experience that together for the first time. The winner at 25% is Glitch Hop, and that is, let me find that, Glitch Hop, that's this one, number 2, Glitch Hop. Congratulations, that's so exciting. And I believe Glitch Hop is 14 or 15 years old, which, I mean, that's deserving of that tablet, because that's incredible. That's amazing. So congratulations, Glitch Hop. I'm going to tweet you out and enjoy your new tablet prize. Congratulations. I'll contact you on Newgrounds for you to know how to collect your prize, man. Question of the day I'm going to take from Beta Bates, who says, Vive or Rift? I'm going to get one. I'm not sure which. That's a really good question and depends on what you want and what your budget is. Honestly, if it were just out of the OG Vive and the Oculus Rift Plus Touch and a third sensor, I would go the Rift Plus Touch and a third sensor. They're compatible with Steam VR, which is great because then you've got all that stuff, and they're compatible with their own Oculus games and hardware and stuff. And the Oculus Home and Dash and all that stuff is actually really good. It has crashed from time to time, but in general, I've found the experience of using the Oculus Rift, as long as you have touch controllers and 3 sensors, is really good. So I can highly recommend that because it is more affordable. However, if you're looking for the best experience, the Vive Pro is incredible. There is this fuzzy screen door thing on the OG Vive and the Oculus Rift. There are just little things that could be better in the ergonomics and the comfort and all that stuff. The Vive Pro is just so comfortable and so fun, and it doesn't feel like this huge, leap forward, but it feels like it's removing some of the slight bummers about virtual reality to the point where it's just like, oh, this is virtual reality. This is what it should be. So depending on what you want there, obviously the Vive Pro is more expensive and you have to get the base station and controllers from the OG Vive because the new ones aren't coming out yet. Plus I wouldn't bother with that anyway. I would just get the OG sensors and controllers, but the Vive Pro is incredible. I played Skyrim for like 4 hours on the weekend in VR. It was so good. You could do it on the Rift, of course, but in the Vive Pro, like just the resolution, the experience, it's so good. It's so good. Anyways, so that's the advice I would give you. But either way, whichever you get, you're going to be satisfied because VR is incredible. So have fun. That's it for today, everyone. What a productive day. I'm sure you've probably sensed I'm a little more energetic these days. I feel over the moon. I genuinely feel like, you know, the stream, I feel like back to it. By the way, next week there might be 2 streams, the regular Wednesday stream and potentially another sort of one that I'll live stream of me being interviewed with someone. So I thought I might invite you guys along for that. But yeah, I really feel like I'm hitting my stride again, and this is what I knew I was working my way towards, but I haven't been there yet, and I really feel like I'm there now. I'm hitting my stride. Not only am I doing all the things I love and want to do the way I want to do them, but I'm finding that I'm getting the chance to improve myself and have fun with new and different things, which is good. That's what life's about. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.